We are back. Let's go. We are back, baby. In America with some souvenirs, with some cool things from our travels. 30 days across Europe to an incredible wedding for some friends, and then down into Egypt for a few days and then back. What a trip. What a journey. And today's 30 days of feeling video, because yes, we are still on this series. Taking me so long. Hopefully, now that I'm back for a while, I can just start getting some videos together. But it was such an amazing trip, and I'm excited to share a little bit about it today. Just a reminder, guys and girls. These 3 days of feeling videos aren't really about anything other than communicating. Just communicating from a place of presence, from a place of, for the next 20, 30 minutes, I'm dedicating all of my energy to asking myself questions and communicating the answers without any restrictions. Restrictions meaning like I'm not stopping myself from saying something or speaking on something because I don't want to, or I want to avoid it, or I don't want to go there. I want to go there. I think the more that I go there, a good habit I build is I'm not afraid to go there in other areas and moments of truth, and moments where it really matters. And that's what I want to cultivate within myself. And so for today, how do I feel about traveling? Or, the question you might ask yourself is, how did I feel the last time I traveled? Or how do I feel about the next time I travel? Or where do I want to go and travel? Where do I want to go? What do I want to get from the experience? Insert. We can play with the questions in the below. But for me today, I'm going to dive in. How do I feel about my adventure with Autumn? I feel in this moment, I feel really sad. I feel really like the word that I used for the whole trip was rooted. I felt very rooted, like a tree whose roots are expanding underneath. I can't see the branches, the blossoming, the flowers, all of the expansion of the canopy yet, because I'm still integrating everything that I've learned, of course. But I can definitely feel that I've connected with deeper things, different things. Being in so many places with so much ancient culture. I mean, Italy is all ancient Rome. Greece is ancient Greece, and obviously Egypt is ancient Egypt. Those are all very old cultures. Those are all BC, before Christ cultures. That's super amazing. It's so unique and different and interesting. And there was so much expansion as far as me reconnecting with where I get my insights from, where I get thinking from. I mean, like Greece is a place of architecture and math, and a place of art, and a place of thinking. Socratic method. These things come from this place. That's in the 400s and 500s BC. That's almost 2,500 years ago plus. Like there's so much richness there. So I feel in this moment, I feel really rooted. I feel really like high energy. I feel really interested and almost, I wouldn't say confused, but perplexed by the unbelievable differences between Europe, between Egypt and between America, just from the sense of America is so individual focused, like just the amount of downtime there is, the amount of like very little going on. Everyone's working, so there's only so much time that people will actually create for play, for space, for social time, for themselves. Is so different. In Europe, it's like immediately after work is social time, and as much possible is social time. Always people out, always people connecting, always people talking, communicating, finding space. In America, it's so like work focused, work heavy, and I think that obviously it's something that I knew, but seeing it and being reminded of it, and then being up close to it for so long, living in it for such a long period of time, that's really, really fascinating, and definitely something that's going to be a slight like recalibration for me to go from just being around so many people all the time to having a lot of isolation myself, and having a lot of free space to just like kind of be alone or be with Autumn. And I'm excited to find new adventures here in America, and new adventures here in Florida that we can get involved in, or create new things that promote more socialization and promote more connection. Difference between just socializing and connection, though, is like meaningful, like real, like relationships with the intention to get to know the person on a deeper level, so that there can be building of a relationship, versus just like, oh yeah, we talked, it was cool, the person's okay, they're like nice, whatever. There's depth, people, depth. more depth, not more width, more depth. So I feel deep, I feel connected. I feel like this trip completely changed my life completely. From the simple fact that I spent the entire time with Autumn, working with her as a team, connecting with her on a deeper level, seeing her so much more clearly, learning about her in so many new ways. And we actually celebrated our 7-year anniversary. I've known her for a little over 9 years. We celebrated our 7-year anniversary on the trip, and it's just so cool to be with someone for so long and still every single day learn new things, and every single day fall in love even more even it. Like, just want to learn about them, desire to learn about them, connect with them, see them in new ways. So that was just so beautiful, just being with Autumn, and I just learned so much about her and about myself and about us as a team. And I feel like it was such a great preparation for so many amazing things that we get to do together this year. I see a lot of us teaming up, not just for a trip, but also and we've done retreats before together and some events, but I see more of that, like way more of it. I feel like we need to, because we're just such a great team and we see each other so clearly and we live so similarly and we bring such unique energy to the table, and combined it always is very nurturing, connecting, confronting, loving, and transformative. So I feel really great about the traveling because I got to connect with Autumn so much more, myself so much more. I'd say that in this moment, I also feel like more of those trips are necessary for me to grow. I want to take more of these types of trips. Every year I want to take them. Obviously, I take people on retreats like 3-4 times a year, and that's incredible. But additionally, more space and time to scout other locations, not just for retreats, but just in general. Learn about other cultures, connect with other people, which I think was probably the most exciting part of the whole trip, was just connecting with people, speaking their language, learning about them, and making friends. We made friends in every country. Friends from France, friends from Switzerland, friends from Italy, friends from Greece, friends from Egypt, friends from London. We met someone in every single place and either got their number, Instagram, or whatever, so we could stay connected, and we have been contacting them since. And that is the kind of thing that really highlights to me in this moment that my purpose, more clearly and more obviously than ever, is to connect people all over the world. That's it. It's as simple as that. My gift in communication and my natural curiosity and my desire to help and serve and help people transform who they are and make changes to who they are and open up to how they feel about who they are, and then create something in the world that reflects who they are. Like, those are so obvious for me and never been more obvious than on this trip, just being with so many people and just noticing instantly there are no walls. There's a perception that everybody's so different, and there just isn't. It's not that. Yeah, there might be some like barriers, I don't understand what they're saying language wise, or their customs are slightly different, but people are similar. They just want to live and enjoy and socialize and hang with friends and be with their family and experience amazing things and go on adventure. We're very similar. So being someone that has that ability to connect people, and that also be my life's work, but also be like an area where I get a lot of joy. That realization and that rootedness that comes with that has just been a continuous rippling of, like, I just feel so good and I feel so blessed. I can feel it here right now, the energy in my eyes, just because there's just so much joy. I don't know how else to explain how good it feels to go on a trip like that, serve my clients at the highest level, meet new people, connect with them, open them up while in person with them, with the languages and changing, shifting, expanding, and making connections and linking and building relationships. I think that's the unique part about the work that Autumn and I do, is that we build relationships for life. They're real. We get to know people at the deepest level, however deep they want to let us in. Obviously, there's a great deal of responsibility with that, but I find a great deal of excitement and joy in it, knowing that I get to share who I am with people and they get to share who they are with me. And that's a way of living. That's a way of existing. That's a way of building and creating and growing and loving and learning. And so in this moment, I feel about my travels, I feel like they're essential to me. I am not me without that curiosity being interacted with, like, all the time. And it just feels so good to be back and like bring that back with me. And I've had so many conversations already. It's impossible to articulate the energy of the moments that I experienced. Like they're just so, you have to experience it yourself. I can't tell you what it's like connecting with the Egyptians in Egypt on the Nile, on this cruise we went on where people were singing, dancing, families or kids are going to and fro with plates of food from the buffet. Like there's just so much imagery for me. It was so crazy. Like going upstairs, looking at all the buildings along the Nile and hearing people party, hearing voices in the night carry, driving home and seeing thousands of people out at midnight and just feeling the energy of a culture that's just so old and so um, just so present, so chaotic in their own way, but beautiful to experience. It's just like so amazing. So I feel with my travels, I feel enriched. I feel enriched. I feel cultured. I got all these new statues. I got Alexander the Great statue. I got a Leonidas statue from Sparta. I'm feeling very connected to Greece. There was a moment in Greece on Mykonos where I was laying in the sand, burning hot sand, just laying there for like 30 minutes. And my body was just like having these like slight convulsions of just like, I feel so connected to this place. I feel so right being there. Just looking out on the Aegean Sea, crystal clear blue, just imagining ships from back in the day and ancient warriors and an ancient civilization with so much wisdom. Athens in Greek is wisdom. Athena was the goddess of wisdom. It's so cool being in a place where that type of thing is cherished 2,500 years ago. And then coming back to America where wisdom is not something that's cherished. Knowledge is cherished. Knowledge is pedestalized. Wisdom isn't talked about because I don't think there's a lot of it. I think a lot of people overemphasize just accumulation instead of letting go of things, detaching from things, detachment. And that's wisdom. So that's a conversation for another time, no doubt, but I feel really enriched by my travels. I feel inspired. I feel inspired because it took a lot of courage to do the trip and then to like go way off. And I distinctly remember when we flew from Venice to Greece. Italy, I really enjoyed Italy, but by the end it was like we were just in cities for so long. I was like, I gotta get the heck out of the cities. I can't do in more cities. But I remember our flight from Venice to Mykonos, like as soon as we took off, I was like, man, not only am I gonna love Greece, I'm stretching past the point. This is the furthest I've ever been away from home. I haven't been this far away and this out of touch with like my clients in a while. Out of touch meaning like not in a close vicinity to meet them in person. And I don't know what to expect. Like we're totally out here now. We're out of bounds. Like we're way further than I ever imagined. And being in that place was, again, just like an instant sense of like safety, actually. As soon as we touched down in Mykonos, I remember looking at Autumn being like, oh my God, we're where we need to be. This place is amazing. This is so us, and definitely a place that we'll be hosting retreats in the future. Greece is absolutely beautiful. People are so friendly. And on the whole trip, for that matter, everyone was so freaking nice and so open and connecting. And I've read so many things online and all these people complaining from all these different places. But it's you, my friends. It's you. It's the energy you give off is what people treat you. And I don't think you get that. I don't think you do. But when you treat people with respect and you learn their language and customs and you try your best and you put your best foot forward and you're nice and polite, people treat you so well. And we were just so blessed to be treated so well by so many people and again, make so many new friends. That was the best part of the whole trip was the friends we made. It's so cool. Well, tied. The best part of the trip was spending all my time with Autumn every single second and making new friends along the way and making friends together. I love making friends together with Autumn. It's the greatest experience because then we both get to be a part of like everything. I just love that. Like, I think people understand what I'm saying. So yeah, feels amazing. I remember, Greece, I was just so excited to be there and I could feel the stretch. I could feel the change in the shifts and it just felt so good to be far away. It felt so good to push myself past a place I felt comfort and then some. I went miles past my comfort zone, just being far and being gone for a while and spending plenty of money on all kinds of different things, like going all out. We didn't hold back. We lived. We did the trip perfectly, however we wanted to. And so there's just felt so much letting go of just everything that my ego might want to control about the situation, and just fully surrender to the experience and whatever came. And that was just such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And it's something that I really want to bring people on and take them on those adventures with the retreats that we want to host. And there's so many amazing things. So yeah, in this moment, I also feel like I feel good about making videos and content. I've been putting more things out there. I'm sharing more again. It's so different for me. I'm a very contextual person. I don't like just making things to make them. I like to make things that make sense. I don't like to make things for the purpose of presenting them to others. I like to just experience things, being in the moment with people, coaching them through something on the spot, or just like having a conversation that creates clarity. If that happens to be like filmed or part of it, like just those authentic experiences. So putting stuff together for all of you, it's a new thing again, even though I've done it forever. When I was business coaching, when I was first starting as life coach, when I was doing fitness coaching, those are all things I made. I made many things. So it feels good to be in a place where I'm practicing that again. It's cool. It feels good. Yeah, in this moment, I just feel blessed. I feel so joyous that my life is the way it is. I could never have imagined it would be the way it is at 31 years old. I have more freedom than I knew was possible. And it's not freedom like I thought it was. I thought that the only freedom that mattered 10 years ago was the freedom of power. If I accumulate as much power as possible, then I'll be free, which means I need to be someone who's recognized, someone who people look up to, and someone who has lots of money. If I have those three things, then I will have power. And if I have power, I can do whatever I want. And I can restore things to X and make things look like Y and bring people together like couldn't have been more wrong. Power is in presence, and presence comes from me genuinely wanting to be in a moment and connecting. Bringing people together comes from me bringing myself together with the moment and with others who are in front of me, and not judging them, just like allowing myself to actually get to know who they are and being open to whatever happens. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, and I feel very grateful for my life being the way it is, and for God showing me that freedom isn't what I thought it was. I have this intuition that everything that I ever thought that I wanted is going to come in the exact opposite way that I thought it was going to come, and the time is going to be completely off. Everything about what I thought I wanted is going to be completely different than completely different than the way that I thought it was going to be. Because I didn't know anything then. I still don't think I know that much now, but the path that I've been walking seems to continuously unfold things that are useful for me, make me feel good, bring me joy, peace, and all the material things that I want and need as well. And so I feel really humbled, to be honest, by the pace of my life and my diligence to the path and my patience. So I just want to say I love you, Graham, and thank you so much for being so patient, dude. You are a patient man. Not patience like I'm getting agitated and irritated. Patience is I'm willing to put things off. I'm willing to let go of when things need to happen in order to let things happen. I think it's really challenging, especially in America, because we've just been conditioned to believe that we can mentally make things happen at any moment, which is possible, but not without, at times, adverse effects or backfiring, which I wrote about recently. And I'm just not really interested in destroying my peace just so that I can have some more material accumulation. That doesn't seem like a good trade. That's something to ponder. So in this moment, I feel peaceful. I feel very present. I feel powerful because of who I am and who I've given myself permission to be, more than I feel powerful because I have power. The power comes from me feeling good about myself, not from me feeling like I have power over others. I actually don't want power over others. I really don't. That doesn't feel good to me. That feels limiting. It feels like work, actually. It feels like stress. And it feels unclean to my soul. I don't wish that. I do wish that some people take what I'm saying right now and say, wow, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. And that helps you. I feel good. So I hope influence is helpful and useful for you guys. And yeah, in this moment, my travels, they just feel so exciting and riveting, and I can't wait for more. I'm excited to explore more of the world of autumn and go on many more trips and meet many new people and go on many adventures and take people to many new places and get to experience things again and again and again and again and again, new things, different things, powerful things, opening things. I'm not someone who wants to sit around all day and just build a business in a traditional fashion. I'm someone who wants to go out and explore and let my curiosity lead me and lead others to a place where we can all get what we want, which is, for a lot of people that I work with, being more open and expansive with who they are mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And for me, being more connected to people and myself, which follows my curiosity. So everybody wins. I'm excited about everybody winning. I'm excited to be back and win. And win here and win there. And win just means have more joy in my life and less stress. So yeah, in this moment, I feel pretty complete. I feel like I shared what I wanted to share today with myself, that I just think I'm awesome and I love myself so much and I believe in myself so much and I care about myself so much and I see myself so clearly and I'm willing to be patient with my path and who I am and allow things to fall into place rather than force them just because I'm insecure about not getting what I want or being who I am now. I'm very interested and very open to the path of my life opening me up to who I am and every moment being present for, so that in those big moments of truth, those 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 moments in my life where I do something that's truly amazing and impacts so many people, I'm 100% there and ready for it. I'm not rushing, I'm just walking and following my path. Presence, peace, and power. And so it feels really, really good to say it to myself. And it's just like, that's just so important for me to communicate this to me. It's just so important to see myself and be present with myself. And I don't know how else I can generate trust within myself and confidence in who I am if I don't communicate with who I am and I communicate what I'm experiencing and seeing. And this is like one of the most important things that I share with my clients and their path is that this is before anyone else, I must communicate with myself. I must know myself. I must know thyself. And good things come from that. Yeah, I felt good. Okay. I got this too. It's pretty cool. Autumn's Egyptian teacher, Bola, shout out to Bola, got us each a cartouche, which in Egyptian hieroglyphics says my name. So that's super cool. Graham. And I also got this, inspired to get this sweet new letter opener equipped with swords, a Roman legionnaire. So freaking cool. My gosh, the sculpture and the inspiration from art out there and all these ancient worlds is just so incredible and it feels so good. So anyway, you might ask yourself this question and respond. How do I feel about my recent travels? How do I feel about traveling? When's the last time I traveled and why? Why do I want to continue to travel? What do I want to learn from my next travel? Where do I want to go and why? Whatever it is, if you are traveling, what are you experiencing from it? And how's that changing you? If you aren't traveling, where would you like to go and how can you get there? And why do you want to? And if you don't give a crap about traveling, then choose a location in America that you travel to that you feel the similar things from, because you can learn it from heck of different places in America too. So anyway, there's only ways to win here in my world. I don't do the whole like, everything's horrible. You haven't read history. Things were way worse. And you can fight me tooth and nail on that, but overwhelmingly, for most people, not everybody, this is the best time you can live with the most abundance and the most resources and the most people that are open to you also having what you want. So anyway, that's my spiel on abundance, which I recommend. I don't recommend scarcity, but choose. Anyways, enough of that. Love all of you guys. So grateful to be back. So excited to make videos again. This one felt so good. It felt great to communicate all those things to myself. I took so much from this trip. I'm going to write a lot about it. I have amazing memories, beautiful pictures, videos, the whole nine. I'll be sharing with them periodically. And yeah, ready for a beautiful day. Wishing you presence, wishing you peace, wishing you your power. Legends find a way. I can hear Autumn downstairs laughing on the phone with a client. I mean, how cool is that? What a great life. I mean, come on, man. You sort of think I'm really gonna... Okay. So good. So good if you let it. And you put in the work. And you don't settle.